Ah, hello. Welcome to my office, soon-to-be protagonist. Newly arrived souls such as yourself commonly experience some of the following effects: disorientation, confusion, nausea, horror, sorrow, and feelings of being in a dreamlike state. Please take a deep breath to prevent panic from setting in, and allow me to explain the current situation to help you find your bearings. There is no need for concern, little human. You are safe here. In fact, allow me to assure you that any potential physical harm that you are in the process of being subjected to is in fact no longer capable of affecting you in any way. I am an employee of the Interdimensional Isekai Service, and you have just entered the next phase of your soul's journey. Well, that's a pretty blunt way of saying it, but yes, you are no longer alive. At least, not in the way mortals understand it. We get that a lot, but don't let our surroundings fool you. This may look like a cozy office, but in truth, we are in a place beyond space and time. An office is simply easier for your mortal mind to comprehend. We wouldn't want to drive you mad by making you look at non-Euclidean architecture, would we? Oh no, I assure you this is no joke. Your life on Earth really has come to an end. I can prove it to you if you'd like. We keep records of every being's life from start to finish. I understand that you are currently in denial, but please calm down, human. Moving on from one life to the next is just a natural step in the... Oh wait, please do not open that door! Human, are you alright, human? Ah, thank goodness. It's quite a sight, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't faint on the spot. Few human souls have the mental fortitude to witness our surroundings without a filter for more than what you perceive to be a millisecond. You really shouldn't do that again, though. I could get into really big trouble with my bosses if you stepped out of this office. Well, you know, there might be an extremely small chance of your soul being obliterated into non-existence. I wasn't lying. You are safe here. Here, specifically, in my office. My powers don't extend beyond this space. Now, please, take a seat again so I can properly explain the situation you are in. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. So, your time on Earth has come to an end, but fret not. We at the Interdimensional Isekai Service will do our best to help you along to your next life as soon as possible. That is correct. A new life full of wonderful possibilities lies just ahead, and all you need to do is fill out a few forms. Once we get all that boring paperwork out of the way, off you go to a new exciting life. Yes, I suppose you could say we offer a form of reincarnation. However, our service extends across time, dimensions, and universes, which is exactly why we must first discuss a few important matters. Oh yes, of course. Go ahead. What do you want to know? A common misconception. Although they are a popular and effective tool, we do not rely solely on the services of delivery trucks. People like you can be sent to us in a variety of ways. It is not always so sudden. I absolutely understand. Personally, I'm not a fan of the rather blunt methods employed by my colleagues, but I must admit it is very effective. I suppose I can't blame them. They do have deadlines to meet and quotas to fill. I just wish they weren't so messy. It makes our job a lot harder. Of course we have jobs. I'm not just doing this for fun. That's right. There are countless entities just like me, working hard to make sure you precious little souls can transmigrate to new universes and live your mortal lives without having to worry about reality falling apart. It's quite important work, you know. I have a friend who works in continuity services, and if those entities stopped working, the Mandela effect would be the least of your problems. I'm glad he got that job. Poor fellow almost fell in with one of those gangs, going on about destroying existence and driving mortals mad. Rowdy bunch of anarchists, that lot. Can't believe they'd hurt you poor little humans just to feel powerful. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What else did you want to ask? Right. That's something a lot of humans inquire about whenever I mention the Mandela effect. I'm not sure if I should tell you. This isn't the sort of thing we're supposed to talk about with human souls. Well, you're going to another dimension anyway, so I suppose it's all right if I tell you. It was actually spelled E-I-N until the incident that changed it to A-I-N. Oh, no. We do not talk about the Berenstein incident. No. Listen, that incident was so terrible that it was entirely scrapped from the Akashic records, with the only remaining trace being the title of the book series. And just so you know, erasing something from the Akashic records was an unprecedented action at the time. So just forget about it, okay? You do not want to know what happened. You really don't. Your curiosity is a wonderful thing, human, but I really shouldn't continue talking about eternal affairs. Now, let's move on and talk about your reincarnation, shall we? Good. Now, as I said earlier, all that is standing between you and your new life is a bit of paperwork. But before we can fill out those forms, I'll need to know what kind of life you want to live and what options are available to you with your karmic score. Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that, my dear. Most souls commit a few mistakes here and there along the way, but overall, your karmic score is quite normal. A little over the average, I'd say. more than enough to earn you a peaceful life in a beautiful place. I assure you. Unlike people who are reincarnated for the sake of learning and self-improvement due to mistakes in their past lives, you will be reincarnated as a, well, I suppose you could call it a reward. Oh, certainly. If you fancy yourself a hero, I could definitely send you somewhere in need of one. But in that case, we'll have to fill out a few extra forms, given the risks that such a reincarnation entails. Well, heroes tend to have quite difficult lives, no matter where or when they exist. The temptation to fall to evil is great, and thus also the risk of harming your karmic score. It would be quite terrible if the souls who are brave enough to take on such selfless tasks were to end up banished to a dark universe in the next reincarnation. So we provide some guarantees to make sure your sacrifices will be rewarded, even if you fail. Of course we wouldn't just throw you to the wolves. After all, we have a vested interest in seeing those dark realms and galaxies become stable and peaceful. I can assure you we will do everything in our power to give you an edge in your new life as a hero, should you elect to reincarnate as one. Although my employers cannot technically interfere during your new life, they have ways of setting up the board in your favor, so to speak. Oh, that's quite all right, dear. There's no rush. You can think it over as long as you'd like. Say, why don't I read off a few of the available reincarnations to give you an idea of what we offer? All right. Let's see here. This one will send you to the fantastical realm of Lavarian to be reincarnated as a magical... Ho? Huh. Usually, people get turned into weapons, not farm tools. It says here, you'll be helping a poor, desolate farm town turn into its kingdom's breadbasket with your magical powers, and you'll unlock more farming-related magics as the seasons pass. You won't actually be able to communicate with your wielders, though. Honestly, it's a kind of odd listing. Object reincarnations are usually reserved for people with a below average karmic score, but yours is high enough to get better options. Oh, maybe it just didn't get removed after they registered your final score. No worries, though. There are plenty of other reincarnations to choose from. What about this one? Reincarnate as a goblin and help your small tribe grow. Well, not all goblins are ugly and evil. There are plenty of goblins across time and space who simply want to live good, peaceful lives. I'm sure this tribe is no different. Wait. These goblins are from the realm of Volkai. Never mind. We are definitely not sending you there. Volkai is one of the locations I told you about earlier. The kind only people with a terrible karmic score get sent to. It's a very unpleasant place. I'm terribly sorry. I think something's wrong with our system. You really shouldn't be offered these kinds of reincarnations. Well, you've been fairly good, so normally You would get offers along the lines of being reborn as a merchant or a blacksmith in a peaceful magical realm, or as the captain of a spaceship in a galaxy where everyone cooperates to explore yet undiscovered planets. Exactly. You should even have the option to be sent to a more stable and less chaotic variant of Earth in another universe. But I'm not seeing any of that. Would you excuse me for a moment? I'm going to make a call. See if I can get this sorted out for you. Hello, Hasothua. Can you check something for me? I've got a soul here whose comic score is above average, but the available reincarnations listed in our system are all intended for souls with lower scores. It's soul number 42069-Sigma, formerly a human from Earth. This is supposed to be their first reincarnation. Right? It's really weird. Even if the comic score for this soul was actually low, since it's the first reincarnation, they shouldn't be getting an option like being sent to Volkai, right? I thought realms like that were reserved for repeat offenders, with low comic scores, 3 or more reincarnations in a row. Did they change that? Oh yes, of course. Take your time. Don't worry, human. If anyone can figure out what the problem is, it's Hasothua. He's been working here since time began, in the very first universe ever created. Oh, that's not good at all. We should probably inform the Corrections Bureau. No, it's all right. I'll send them a mail. Thanks again, Haas. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. But you're going to the reception later, right? Great. Shathatep was hoping you'd come. She even had her 1,000 fangs bleached just to impress you, you know. I think she's planning to finally tell you how she feels about you. But she'll probably have to devour a few stars first to pluck up the courage. Isn't that the truth? Anyways, I'm going to stop bothering you now so we can get back to work. See you in a few centuries. Alright, human. I have some good news and some bad news. Well, the good news is that the problem has been fixed, and I can now show you offerings that are actually tailored towards your comic score and interests. The bad news is that someone with a low comic score was accidentally given your options, and it wasn't noticed by our employee at the time. Yes, the reincarnations I told you about earlier were actually meant for soul number 42069-Stigma, not Sigma. Oh, there's no need to worry about that. Our colleagues from the Corrections Bureau will find that soul and bring it back, so it can be reincarnated somewhere more suitable. Anyway, now that all these problems are out of the way, let's move on, shall we? This is the catalog of reincarnation options available to you. Now that we have made our correction, as you can see, it's quite a hefty book. You can take your time to read through it in its entirety, if you want, but I've been informed that my colleagues have recently added a neat feature to the catalog that shows you the option you're most likely to desire on the very first page. Splendid! Then let's get started filling out the necessary forms. Don't worry, you won't have to fill out the entire stack. I'll sort out the ones you need. Let's see. Forms A1 through A6, B15, F1 through F10, and all the optional forms. Alright, that should be all. Okay, so these forms, A1 through A6, include all choices and agreements regarding your future mortal form and abilities. You have a wide range of options to choose from, unless otherwise stated in the listing or forbidden by comic score. Reincarnation grants you full control over your future appearance and traits. Yes, that's right. If you wish, you could become an entirely different kind of person from the one you were before. You'll naturally obtain your chosen qualities over the course of your new childhood. Of course, the inevitable question about your current memories. You can definitely preserve your memories of your current, or rather your past life. All you'd have to do is mark the checkboxes on page 6 of Form A5. Ultimately, you'd still be your old self, but you might have some difficulty adapting to your new life, depending on where you reincarnate. Do not worry. We understand decisions regarding memories are difficult to make. You can take all the time you need. If you want, I could even schedule a conversation with one of our soul guides for you. Very well, then let us continue. The next form you'll have to fill out is B15, which is a simple agreement with our terms of service. This includes your rights and responsibilities. You know, just the usual. Things like agreeing to the fact that all events in your mortal life are stored in the Akashic records, an arbitration clause, and so on. Yes, I thought as much. Few souls read through the entire form. They probably should, though. Anyway, moving on. Forms F1 through F10 detail the opportunities you'll have to increase your karmic score in your next life. You'll have to tick a few boxes and set a few goals. If you accomplish them, you'll receive the amount of karmic points shown as a bonus. Well, we have to give souls an incentive to do their best, even in universes that are already pretty great, don't we? Otherwise, you will become complacent and end up having a low score when you return for your next reincarnation. Right, our optional forms. I took the liberty of including these because I thought you might wish to make use of them. You see, I happen to notice that you do not yet have a soulmate you are linked to. It's only natural, since this was your first life. If there happens to be someone from your mortal existence on Earth that you loved very dearly, you can write down the name under section 1B on these pink forms. Well, if they agree to become your soulmate once it's their turn to reincarnate, your souls will be linked together. From that point on, any future reincarnations will be discussed with both of you present. Oh, absolutely. We'll gladly help you find a soulmate in your next life. Our interdimensional matchmakers are unrivaled, you know. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you're actually trying to match people and not looking to make a profit. It's really simple. In section 2A of the pink forms, you can write down what you would like your soulmate to look like, what the personality might be like, what kinds of hobbies you'd think they have, all the details you can think of. And if you don't have a clear picture in your mind, you can just tick a few boxes with our most popular choices, and we'll do the heavy lifting for you. Oh, please do be very careful when ticking those boxes in section 2A. A while ago, someone ticked a box for a yandere soulmate without knowing what it meant. Thank goodness they warmed up to it after a while. They really should have moved that choice to the red forms with appropriate warnings. That reminds me, I must inform you that soulmates are bound together by the very fabric of reality. It's a very big commitment. Once you two are together, that is it. They'll go anywhere you go, in life and death. Well, sometimes people have more than one soulmate, but you won't know that until your new life is well underway. You have to take this very seriously, all right? I'm glad that sounds good to you. We've had a few souls who didn't share your enthusiasm. They mistakenly believed everything revolved around them and that the soulmates were just there to satisfy their needs. Exactly. So let me make something very clear. They are souls with feelings just like you. They have their own hopes and dreams. We're just finding them for you. We're not creating a soulless automaton for your pleasure. So be a good little soul and treat them nicely, or your right to reincarnation may be revoked. Do you understand? Good. Glad we're on the same page. Now, is there anything else you'd like to ask? Or would you like to get started filling out your forms? Oh, of course. How could I forget? Well, if you read the red pages, you'll see some of our more unconventional options regarding your future form and your soulmate. I can give you some privacy if you wish to fill those out. We understand not everyone is comfortable sharing such information, but we promise it will only be used for the purpose of preparing your next life and finding your soulmate. We guarantee that these documents will never be found in the Akashic records. After all, we hold data protection in the highest regard here. I think I covered just about everything now. Take your time to read through the forms carefully and fill them in when you're ready. I'll be here for you if you have any more questions. Oh, excuse me, I have to take this call. One moment, please. Yubthul speaking. How can I help you? Oh, yes, that's right, boss. I did send that mail to the Corrections Bureau. I discussed the matter with Sothua beforehand, though. Is something the matter? I'm working on soul number 42069-Sigma's reincarnation right now, actually. We're about to fill out the necessary forms. I see. That's quite unfortunate. Well, I don't blame them. It's been quite a few rough eons for them since Juggernaut went on sick leave. Yes, I remember the procedure. I'll rectify this mistake immediately. No need to send this one to the Corrections Bureau. Well, in all honesty, boss, I fear their approach to these sorts of incidents may lack a bit of compassion. Sending a soul back, especially one that did no wrong, is a rather delicate matter. I'd prefer to do it myself. Thank you, boss. I'll let them know I've handled this case myself, with your approval. Yes, I'll be at the reception for sure. I'll, see you then. Bye. Goodness. This is all terribly embarrassing. It appears my colleagues from the Soul Collection Bureau have made a mistake. You weren't supposed to be sent here just yet. What this means is that I'm going to have to send you back to Earth, human. Look at it this way, you'll have a chance to improve your karmic score by doing a bunch of good deeds. That way, when it's finally your time to come here, I can offer you even better options. I'll make sure you end up in my office again next time, since we're already acquainted. Oh, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to erase most of your memories. Standard procedure, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I won't be able to offer you any compensation. We are not allowed to tamper with karmic scores, and since we aren't allowed to interfere with lives that are in motion, I cannot actually offer you anything tangible. However, I can leave a few traces of our meeting so you can remember it in your dreams. Technically, I'm not allowed to do this either, but if anyone asks, we'll just chalk it up to a mistake on my part. The only reason I'm doing this is because you're quite clearly putting in the effort to be a benevolent soul. I'm fairly sure you won't abuse the knowledge you've gained here. Oh, sending you back isn't too difficult. All I have to do is will it, and you'll be right where I want you to be. The problem is making sure I don't send you to the wrong version of Earth. Well, there are approximately 5 Graham's numbers of universes that contain Earth. A centillion of them are universes that are parallel to the one you're from. To the untrained observer, it can be quite difficult to tell them apart. We do keep track of it in our system, but I'm not sure if I should trust it given how many mistakes have been made in your life so far. Lucky for you, I have a good eye for detail. Now, let's see. Ah, yes, I think I found it. Do not worry. You won't feel a thing. Just relax and close your eyes. When you open them again, you'll be back on Earth, in the exact spot we took you from. Good luck, human. And remember, be good. To all of my patrons, thank you so much for supporting me. And to my spirit guides, Derp, Raptor, Sadira, Robert, and Doofy. Thank you so very much.